Hello, members of the viewing audience. I am very happy once again to have you here for another episode of Written Wednesday, where we celebrate the creativity of prose. And my God, I'm glad I got that on film. That is the nicest, the most cleanly cut intro I have ever done. And we are joined, special today, by an old friend of mine, a dear good friend who goes by many names. Kunkka, Lilat, Karabi, Loudlad, Dancy McStringbean. I am very happy to have you here. Thank you for gracing me with your presence. And I am not just this wound up because of the abundance of Monster Energy. However, I would be amiss if I did not say that it was indeed an attributing factor. I made that last name up. Yes, Lilat is actually not his name. His name is actually Horace P. Manbreasts. It's an old Dutch dialect. And if he was within earshot, I can practically hear that snorting laughter of his. I've actually shared a room with him at Megaplex before when we all... No, yeah, well, more or less. Back at Megaplex one year. A few years back, I believe we were at the Hilton. That was a fun convention. Anyway, we are going to try to make the best effort of getting through this a little bit. But you get to say things like breast live. You banned me for butt poo. Well, yeah, you should clean yourself up. But you get to see things like breast live. Well, what else is the finest part of the turkey? And believe me, I know him personally. Both Karabi and myself are jive turkeys. Well, I say jive, but he can actually cut a rug much better than I can. Oh, something from Oreo. I'm thinking about doing a few other videos aside from the Written Wednesdays and readings. And the readings... between getting sick and working two jobs, the schedule I picked for recording could not have been worse. Because Friday, as you know, Sush, from our Anime Fridays, I get home at latest around 7. I am dog tired, and then I have to quickly throw on a nice outfit, usually with my popped disco collar, and I'll read a story, and I'm still not really sufficient with my own video editing. So video editing takes me quite a while to want to get done. So if I do get it done, it's either by the stroke of midnight, or just in the nick of time, or next week. So here's to hoping I can actually maintain that schedule and I can introduce some new videos to the channel. For Inktober today is the 30th of October while I'm recording this. I know this isn't going to be when I'm uploading this, but I decided to film myself working on my picture for Inktober this time. And I will be narrating it and going over some things, and I might try to do more art-based videos. As well as, I'm thinking about doing a lore discussion in which I go over my grievances with the pivotal Star Trek test, the Kobayashi Maru. I've kind of been deep in a kick on that, and I might make a video about that. I'm not sure. I would like to have like a set or a backdrop or like a nice Star Trek uniform or something. We'll see. You can't even make sound right. Hello? What did you say? No Star Trek. Bad, Caleb. Bad. No. Star Trek good. Bad Sush. Sub-tier taste. Now, I'm going to write something down real quick so I don't forget it. Alright, let me see. And I did get that. Yeah. Love the speaking tonight. English, my strong suit. As you can tell, I am the person fit to be writing a book. Oh, by the way, congratulations to Markiplier. I know he'll probably never see this, but I want this on record that I am very happy that his release of A Heist with Markiplier released successfully. And I really... Who the frick is Markiplier? Yeah, funny, Sush. But I wish him the best of luck with the launch of Heist with Markiplier. I think it looked like it launched to a pretty strong start, and I did my part because the second I got home from work, I couldn't be there at 8 when it started, but I quickly dove in when I got home, and during during lunch, before I started working on an art project, I was tooling around the maze of a Heist with Markiplier that he had set up, and I immediately died. Alright, let's see. L3 and L4. Sam. Alright, now, let's see if I can't. Because there's some... I want to see if we can't jump right into this. Thank you very much, Karabi. I'm very glad you like the outfit. But there was something here I didn't quite like when I was typing with it last. That's his normal clothes. Yeah, pretty much. I am exclusively a being of suits. But, Sush, I will say this. Karabi has seen me when I'm at the convention, when I'm doing stand-up. And there are rare occasions where I don't wear suits, but instead leather jackets with big popped collars. But that is exceedingly rare when I have access to... No! Definitely not naked. No. I'm a classy sort of gent who just so happens to also drink from 2 liters of soda like an animal. I wish I could have those leather jackets that he has. Thank you very much. There's actually one just laying over at my bed. I wore it to work today. And hello very much... Hello very much. Hello and welcome to you. It is very nice to see you, Dovaquil. I am always happy to have you in attendance to the stream, and I'm going to be broaching a topic, I believe, for a video that I think you will enjoy. Why dirty the cup to wash later? See, Karabi is possessed of a big brain, too. On occasion. He just keeps it in his other trousers. But, Dova, I'm thinking about doing a video for YouTube in which, and I don't know how much of a fan of Star Trek you are, but I'm thinking about looking into the validity of the Kobayashi Maru test, because I believe it strikes me wrong, and after hearing a little bit about it, I don't think it's actually a viable method of testing. I don't think it's actually anything more than just a scare your cadets senseless simulator. Remove the background noise from your videos, Caleb. I would, but those are called parents, and a sister, and dogs. My other brain felt naked, so I gave it trousers. Oh! Oh! Karabi! Would those happen to be smarty pants? Alright, so let us straighten our ties, adjust our collars, try desperately to conceal the secondary chin, and find what I don't like in this page. Okay, I go back to sleep now. Shh, don't wake up, Sush. Hardwired! It's a Meg! Sush, wake up! Your favorite, Meg the Potato Monger, is here. My spud-inclined friend, I am happy to see you. If you have a double chin and a butt chin, does that make it a 4-pack chin? Do I have a butt chin? Ah, you have arrived. Indeed you have, Meg, and it is wonderful, wonderful to see you. Ooh! I have a question. Meg, are you busy consuming food matter? Tries not to wake the Sush with my large self. That's interesting. Also, Karabi, have you been in the stream before, or is this another... No, this is actually my friend Lilat. I met him ages and ages ago. It's a Ray! Blessed day, we have a Ray! So that's Dova, Meg, Karabi, Ray, and Sush. My goodness, it's a full house tonight! Ha ha ha! The gravity pull of Karabi is keeping me from the dream dimension. Yes, it's like a black hole, except for he's so thin, it's more of a singularity. One moment, please. I'm going to be classy. Excuse me. Too much class. Excuse me. Alright, Ray, hello. Why you always make me laugh so hard, I still can't figure out. It's because I am so obnoxious that it is a coping mechanism devised by your brain to prevent you from having some sort of intense hemorrhage. This is the response to trauma, not comedy. This is hard on a phone. Well, I am happy that you made the effort. In any case, you don't have to stay here if it's too much trouble, but I'm very glad to see you, and I want everybody right now to wish Ray the best and to congratulate her for showing exemplary bravery in going in for surgery for the issue with her ankle and calf. It is not easy to seek a higher quality of life, especially when it involves going under the knife. It can be one of the most terrifying, nerve-wracking instances of your entire being, and Ray, the beautiful, tender, thoughtful person she is, despite knowing full well that she was going to have to go under the doctor's steel, that she was going to have to get her leg operated on, pursued it. She dug down. She found that spark of courage, that same spark that can drive us with passion to become artists, sculptors, painters, writers, the things that move continents. She found that, because it is indeed in all of us. And she went in there and she sought out a better quality of life for herself. Now the road ahead's going to be painful, especially when the pain pills wear out. But once she heals up, I know she'll be happy. And like everybody else in the chat, she deserves it. So congratulations to you. I'm glad you went through it, and it's good to see you. He raises his weekly glass to you. Thanks, everyone, and thank you, Caleb. No, thank you for attending these streams, for being my friend, and for taking care of yourself, because you matter to a lot of people. And that's easy to forget. It's easy to know when someone doesn't like you, or you've got a bully or someone who hates you, or is just generally nasty to you. The internet can be a kind of smeggy place with the anonymity. But at the same time, it can also be a wonderful repository for some of the best tenets of human condition and for information. And I feel like I get both of those from my interactions with all of you, even Sush. Oh, God, yeah, no, I was talking to someone today about epidurals. One of my coworkers, she has a son, and they go in from the back, apparently, and that's just, ooh, no, I do not do needles. I can take it the back of the hand, I can get a flu shot in the back of the arm. You start going for a major vein, or like a bend of an arm or something like that, no. I will take my Starfleet appointed no button and refute thee. I thought you were done with D&D. I didn't know you still had your weird, like, sheep plantation. Oh, you are done. They won't let you play anymore. We've been over this. Well, you just brought it up. I wasn't certain if there was anything there. But anyway, Meg, if you are not busy, I was wondering, would you grant me the extreme honor and pleasure of reading over this bit with the Rolfians for everybody in the chat? Because once again, the narrative has been passed over like a torch over to Maud and the gang. No, epidermals are extremely long. Injections mainly used as a way to numb nerves for children. Sorry, I said I was. Oh, okay, sorry, I didn't catch that in the chat. Well then, I don't want to impose upon Ray because Ray needs to focus on healing. But I think it would be nice to catch everybody up if we were to take and read. So, Karabi, do you think I can press you into service for helping me read a little bit? Caleb, I want to read it. Sush, you don't have a mic. It is not kind of you to tease Ray like that with the threat of hearing your angelic, lovely, splendid voice. In fact, I know now, after watching My Hero Academia with you, why you don't use a microphone. It is because your quirk is a voice of hypnosis. Your voice is actually so technically perfect that the mute thing is just a ruse and a secret identity to hide the fact that you can bring even the strongest of wills to a drooling, obedient husk of slobber. This is Sush's secret ability. Imagine if my quirk is that every time somebody heard my voice, they got amnesia. And even I didn't remember having a voice because I'm not immune to... Oh, wow! That would be interesting. A quirk with kickback. That would be interesting if a superpower had recoil. Especially like one of those mind-altery ones. That'd be weird. I'm sorry, what's that name? Pee-pee Mans? Would that happen to be Katie? Katie, are you Pee-pee Mans? Oh, okay. I was worried there for a second. Oh, goodness gracious. I would offer to read, but doing that on a phone would be impossible. Yeah, that would be pretty rough. But, Karabi, would you be up for some reading for everybody? I believe my voice can hold out. I've kind of been getting over the sniffles, but I think I can do it. Unless... Pee-pee Mans. Would this be Sean from work? Let me take a quick look here. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. It's a friend of mine. It's Ireland's prodigal son. Just need like 10 minutes to get my mic and stuff set up. Okay. Yeah, this is my friend whose name I can never say correctly. No expletives included. Aiden. Because if I'm left to my own devices, it just devolves into a Rocky Balboa cry of Adrian. It's Aiden. Just regular Aiden. I assumed it's a French name, so you can't pronounce it. No, he is so ginger that I can hear top of morning dinging from the top of his pointed head. Yes, I watched Jacksepticeye play Minecraft. These are not secrets. Are you Aiden, the protagonist, or the villain? Jacksepticeye isn't even ginger. No, but he's Irish, so that makes up for it. Whichever is more red. I believe that's Carcat. Screaming Mans is me. Do gingers have souls? I don't know. I wouldn't ask anybody because that didn't work out so well for the Geth. When they started asking people, the Quarians kind of lost their collective senses. So let's not talk about souls around them. That usually doesn't end well. Like, it just doesn't. Shh. Okay, between you and back, I would have assumed such soft prey be of no challenge to you. Our lines are broken. Why does he travel north? What about my need for a Philosopher's Stone? Ah, I see what you did there. Aha! Finger guns towards Ray. I see philosophers and I start getting flashbacks to the conversations of baby Hitler. My test subjects didn't. Nox likes to yell, it seems. Yeah, a little bit. He's not a good guy. None of the Rolfians are. Ooh! Now there's a thought. Can we make a group call with Pipimans and Karabi and all Harry Potter and the baby Hitler? Yeah, no, to clarify, we got into philosophy a while ago in one of these streams, and they said if you saw Adolf as a child, a little baby, would you take the chance to kill him then and there, knowing what he's doing? Regina Goblin. Who's Regina Goblin and when did they show up? It was more than one stream. Yeah, it pops up in a few of them. And I said, no, the moral imperative does not exist until they've actually sought the means to pursue a bad action or have committed to performing the bad action or have performed it. Until they do it, until they actually set about trying to enact a bad action, they are innocent. So until whatever went wrong in his little pointed head goes wrong, I would not hurt an innocent child. That's why I don't like the idea of time police, that they come back and they'll get you for a crime you will do, because you haven't yet. You are innocent. And to jump the gun like that preemptively it's wrong to me. No, the Philosopher's Stone doesn't have anything to want to do with it. Give it time, though. I'm sure What's-Her-Face will write that back into to one of the books in one of the later versions, iterations. You want to know my take on this? Sure thing. No, you know what? Caleb, be quiet. We're not doing this again unless it centers on your story. Okay, Dova, put the wine down. Put the wine down. Nobody needs to get stained. But, Aiden, would you be interested in doing a group call? All we're going to be reading is... Oh, wow. You have so many pages now. Yes, I do. Thank you. Put the wine down, Regina. What we're going to be reading is... Ooh, 4 pages. 5. Ooh, okay. 5 pages. That's slightly more writing than I gave myself credit for. If I invented the time machine, I would make it illegal to use it to go back in time before the time machine was invented. You could only use it to go forward and come back. You know what, Sush? That's entirely sensible and reasonable. It would be better to be a passive observer of the future than to potentially risk affecting the past, or using knowledge that we're not supposed to have to preemptively judge or act against someone. That it will divert the criminal from their recorded life, and they will indeed commit the crime regardless if they have done it, right? Non-lol, Caleb. I was just going to steal a bunch of medicines from the future and get rid... Of course you would, Sush. Of course. This is going to be like Back to the Future where you just get a sports almanac and get all like the victories of every sports game that hasn't even happened yet and go back. Swoosh. I'd say I'm disappointed, but I know better. Sorry, if nothing will divert the criminal, then it will be in their records or recorded nature to do the crime. That is true, but I don't believe in the idea of jumping the gun. However, this being said, I am capable of moral flaws. I am not a perfect individual, because right now I'm saying and justifying myself, and this might be degrading my point, but I'm thinking if I could go back in time to someone potentially like that, the thing I'd want to do is try to talk to them to encourage them to be a better person and not choose that option. Now, that's just me, and I know that's a selfish personal desire to want to do to avoid disaster. And I don't know if that's fair, because I'm still using preordained knowledge to try and affect their behavior for a crime they haven't done. So I'm not entirely certain if that is just bias on behalf of my own logic, or if I'm just trying to be overly nice and that's acceptable. But that's the thing. I don't think even in general, like this is the actual part where I have to drop back on spirituality, my actual faith, and actually bring God into this. Because my philosophy is this: if I was given the power to change the universe, if I was given incredible power, it would be a test that I should never use it. Because as a flawed mortal, I will make mistakes. I cannot know the full magnitude or depth of God's plan. So thus, I could only make the situation worse by not having the ability to tap into that knowledge or think in an unbiased divine state. So, using any power to avert this, to alter or divert the course and flow of history, time, and reality would only make it worse. So I'd have to just not be involved, and that's my thoughts on that. And that's without accounting for the obvious fact. Yeah, that actually came from World War I, because before Hitler came to power, I believe it was Kaiser Wilhelm II. Windhelm. I play too much Skyrim. Wilhelm II, who blamed them for the failure of the war, the First World War, on his way out. And since they were in such squalor, having someone to blame was kind of nice, so they just kept that fury there. And then old Dolphy showed up and said, hey, them being angry at people, that kind of works for me. We are balls deep into philosophy. Yeah, I know, I've just like taken the plunge. Ray, your ideals will lead to the Joker movie. Alright, what was... I gotta head out, good luck. Oh, thank you very much, Meg. Let me scroll up here. What was... Okay, then don't jump the gun. Instead of talking, which would actually push the person to do the thing, then find a way to get rid of their access to be able to do the thing. So curb or cull their behavior before... Ooh, that's morally heavy too. Because again, I'm acting with... Ooh. I wanted to go back and see what she said. Right, your ideals will lead to the Joker movie, which I haven't watched yet, but I'm assuming is evil. I heard the new Joker movie was actually pretty good. No, I didn't mean it like that. I'm trying to convey my words, but medicine is... Oh, yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay, Ray. We get you. But no, I think I get what you mean about removing their ability to do that, to engage in that. Like, if he meets with someone at this certain time, make sure that person isn't there at the certain time. I thought I told you to stop when I left for another drink to compound my sorrow. No, we know Ray isn't evil. Sush isn't evil. She's just violently a potato. Oh, here, hang on. I actually had an image done for when Sush gave out her freaking address a few streams ago. And I swear I'm going to be using this as the thumbnail. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. I need the proof here that Sush is not in fact evil. She is not a slave-owning soccer mom. She is in fact Sush, who is a Sush. Okay, but no, I'll spare you the image until it shows up in the video. Kurabi, have you found your mic? Slave-owning soccer mom. Yeah, and I wonder why I'm not reaching a broader audience. If you show pictures of me, I will bite you forever. Infinite bite. Oh, I clicked copy, so I'm gonna have to re-highlight everything again. Oh no! Oh no! Brain. I just realized I have 4 metal rods in my ankle. Oh. So now I'm going to have to shape up because she has a reinforced leg for kicking some sense into me. Free Roku... No, no. Please. Please, no. Now, Karabi, I'm going to ask you before I bring you into a call because I don't want to put you in a position. How good are you with sight reading? I don't want to bring you in here and ask you to do a bunch of reading to make a fool of yourself or something like that, because I accidentally did that with Nikolai, and I've actually... You want to read it. I read better than you do. You don't have a mic. How on earth would you read it? I can sight read well enough. If Sush actually has... Ray, you're a mute! Send me the text. Send me the text over Discord. Ray, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what I can and cannot do. Alright, let me put it in a Google Doc. And if you are so confident in yourself, Sush, we will give you the opportunity to not read it out loud into a microphone you do not have. Just let me load a Google Doc here. But here we go. Dialogue is killing me. That seems like a good file to put this in. Okay. Scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll down. Is that... Alright, that is everything. Here we go. Get ready, wake your psyche up, ma. Get ready, dig your anger up, ma. Get ready. Why did you bold every... Why? Baby, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't make it all bold. You don't need to be all bold. Come on. Come on now. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. Come on. Alright, underline. Why, though? Come on. Alright, let's make the text a little bit bigger. 14. That's too big. 12. How's 12? Arial 12. That's comfortable. Share. Okay, here we go. I am physically mute. I am not mute. I am physically shy. I am too, but I got the courage to read on stream once. That's emotional shyness. Fun fact: I wasn't exempt of oral tests until second to last year of high school. So there have been incredibly high number of times where I would stand silently for like 3 minutes in front of everyone. Well, Sush, if you are feeling like proving us all wrong and being a big brave lad, God, that image you sent me is just horrifying. Here is the link. Call me if you want to read it, and we can have you go on stream. And I love how this is written Wednesday, and I do more talking than actually writing. And well, I can't call you. All right. Well, so Karabi, looks like it'll be you and me. I can't. I might be able to send you an audio file or something. I'd be impressed. Peeper Man, could I possibly lasso you into a call and we can split it? We'll do a three-way split. It's 5 pages. Do I have to read all 9 of those pages? No, you can read however many you want. I won't play the audio on stream unless you want me to. Or I'll just make a separate video of a Sush reading. I'll read like the first one. That's fine. So, what do you say, Aiden? Do you want to join in a 3-way call with me and Karabi? That way we can finally push forward in the stream. Forward progress. Do it. All right, Karabi's ready. What about you, Aiden? I want to hear Sush talk. We all do. We all do, but we've all established her quirk is amnesia speech. So, like, she's going to join back in here. When the stream start? What day is it? All right. Well, I'll. In fairness, I'll be fair. I will give Sush a few minutes to want to try and find a text-to-speech program to do an audio file with, in the hopes that I won't notice. And after that, we'll see how much she reads, and then we'll send the floor over to me and Karabi, and maybe Aiden, if Aiden is still here or interested in reading. I don't want to put anybody on the spot. Karabi seems A-OK, positive, hunky-dory to want to do it. I am. You're still here, and you're okay to do it. I'm going to assume that is just an I am across the board, and it will be a group call. It will be a 3-way. Will you finally send me the document? I don't know. Pay attention and stay tuned in. Same bat time, same bat channel. Working on it. Ooh. Ooh. Here we go, Sush. Oh, God. This is a rare and exciting time indeed. If this is an actual Sush voice. Before Discord was I am. I'm assuming what's going to happen is that Sush is going to try and take a laugh at me, since these are the Ralphians, and it's just going to be like 4 minutes of in the chat or in the file. Discord, not Discord. I wish I thought of that. Alright, well, ahead of time, I'm going to take and send this to... What goofy name does my friend have? Okay, Dusk Spell, there we go. And there's the doc. Discord. I just don't like the fact that it has such a small text cap. That's one of my greatest problems with Twitter. I don't like the text cap. If I want a meaningful conversation, I want to be able to talk at length to people, because having like 147 characters is not enough to properly convey an idea, defend a position, or get to know the inner machinations of someone else's mind when they comment something and you ask for a little bit of clarification on that. Unless we're going to take this back to like ye olden days of YouTube, where we could have video reactions or video responses. I missed that feature, by the way. Then Twitter completely falls apart. And I don't think many people are willing to sit down in front of a camera and say, okay, you listen here. Here's a 27 dissertation page on why you're wrong. I tried using my roomie's phone as a mic. Oh. Let me see here. Oh. We have dialogue.
The sight of the dilapidated cylindrical building that overlooked the long-neglected quarry brought with it a sense of relief for the approaching
Can you guys hear it?
Delphians.
It's exactly what I thought it would be.
It was much in a similar state to Fort Lockheed, being one of the original structures of the colony. Composed of an equally short-term composite material somewhere between a fibrous plastic and processed wood, and long abandoned after the initial contact with the natives. Unlike the old fort, however, which had been surrendered to the forces of nature, there had been some effort completely put forward to dismantle the mine.
She is devastated.
Even still, Maud
after my uplifting speech, how dare you, Sush?
Wrong instead along an overgrown trail for the small
beautiful
vehicles
robot ladies,
which had ferried inspectors and officials, keeping low as she did. In place of fear, there was a hyper-alertness that spurred her rotten heart to faster beats, which brought her sharpened predatory senses to even greater heights.
Sush, I'm getting the image. Yeah, hang on. Hang on. We have earned this. We've earned this tonight. We've earned this tonight for upsetting the poor precious Ray. The magnificent Ray, the Fafetta. Here we go. This is Sush when she decides to put her address in the chat. And generally, when we ask her to do a basic task like read, she gets her hopes up and murders us. This is an actual photograph leaked from the zoo camera that is monitoring our rare species of Sush that we have in confinement. Just seeing it slowly slip to the end of the page is kind of terrifying. Alright, let me take care of all of this. That is too many pages. Will you send me the document now? I will send it to you after the stream. Alright. A-Team, we've got the cool dudes. We've got Aiden and Karabi. I'm going to start by calling Aiden. I've never done this before, though. Hello? Can you hear me? Speak loud with your face hole. That is neither loud nor a face hole. Hello? Speak loud with... Oh God, I can hear me. That is the worst of things. I think your mic is picking up your background noise, which is me. Yeah, your mic is being weird. Oh, hang on. I think it's... Do you have headphones? And if we can get this to work, I can big brain my way into having Karabi in the call. Speak now. P, yes. Now, that is... If I sent you a more flattering picture of me, will you put it? Yes, yes I will. Alright, you are incredibly muffled and quiet, though. Let me see... How do I blast the volume of the call? Can you consume the microphone? Oh no, that is not a happy noise. I don't like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. No. Okay, in output. Voice type, push type. If I turn output volume up, say something. Better. 200%. Say something now.
PP.
I have entered PewDiePie's Minecraft playthrough.
I have not seen it yet.
Alright, you are very quiet. I wish I had a tablet. It would be so much easier to do this. Can everybody hear Aiden? I'm gonna guess no.
No response.
Yeah, no. It's like my brain activity for the stream. It is just flatlined. Alright, I'm going to try to bring Karabi into the call. Alright, right click on the volume icon and volume mixer. Oh! Volume icon. That's mute. What's the... What, you mean on my toolbar? Open volume mixer. This ain't gonna end well. Oh no. Say something. Holy jumping Jesus! Oh, yeah, that's volume. Oh, yep. I'm gonna turn that down here. Ooh. Who is in the background talking like a Pikachu? Oh, that's gonna take some getting used to. Yeah, no, that's gonna take a little bit of volume adjusting. Go down. Then you go down. Okay, you can go up a hair. Talk, real quick. Still a little loud, but I can live with it. Okay. Alright, now let's bring Karabi into this and just complete the absolute death of my ears. Karabi. Do it. Karabi, please be kind. Keep your voice down. It's literally not working. Can you guys hear anything okay, well enough? Wait, would that be system sounds? Like, how do I... No, that's applications. How do I mix the audio so that everybody in the stream hears it correctly? Karabi, are you there? Wait, what do you mean join call?
Speak.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, that is terrifically loud. You need the headphone. Oh, Sesra's here. Hello, Sesra. You need the headphones with the headphone. Hang on, I think I'm having a stroke. You need the headphones with the headphones that has volume control. Not really.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix it.
Alright, hang on. So, I have done nothing but blast my own ears out.
Alright, does this work? No, it doesn't look like it does. The fuck?
Caleb, what you need to do is turn the master volume all the way up and then adjust the Discord volume in the volume mixer, and that'll turn it down for you in Discord.
Yeah, but I need the stream to hear it. The problem is the stream isn't hearing it correctly. I know how to turn the volume up for my own self. OBS, can you do anything here? Is there audio capture? Video capture? Wait. Aha!
Oh.
No, wait, that just looks like it's volume for me.
I actually needed this drink so I could understand what you were saying, because I had bad aim.
What if I...
And I don't know if any really or not.
This happens every time. Oh, wait. Hi, Cesra. But... OBS volume! Wait a sec. What if I... turn that up? Alright, did I get super loud? Or can you guys hear the call better?
It sounds the same to me.
I can hear the call a lot better.
That still sounds a little loud.
And they can hear you very well on the stream because I just clicked it back.
It's much better. I have fixed the world. I have fixed it. I am Atlas, bearing the weight of the world on my turtleneck. Shut up! I'm wearing a sweater. It counts. I hear everyone pretty well. Ha! I am
awesome.
I am going to smother my frustration in with my persisting coke addiction.
Excuse me?
Hang on.
By the way, if you hear gunshots, just ignore it. It's coming from my end.
Then you should eat more fiber.
No, I'm in East Cleveland now, so
Ooh,
it's kind of
lovely.
a crappy neighborhood. But I have internet now because I persistently destroyed Spectrum over the phone until they fixed it.
Oh yeah, no, Spectrum is absolute dog shite. Okay, so there are 3 parts here. There is Mod, there is Nox, and there is the narration. How shall we divvy?
I don't know any of these characters, so I need a backstory on whatever character I'm given and how to tell which one's which. Because usually when you give me a reading, it's labeled on the side of which character is speaking.
Alright, so Nox is the ringleader. Like, these are the worst people, the bad guys, the evil species in the book. The bad boys. The not so very good people. The hedonistic lizard people. And Nox is the person who is in charge and plotting and planning and trying to coordinate people on their mission, as they have currently invaded a planet within the UCASC territory to try and steal a geological find that generates unimaginable amounts of power. Mod is one of the big ringleaders, one of the big personalities from this species. They don't have any consistent or official leadership, so they kind of lead by reputation. Could you sneak into the background and like slap Marissa around a little?
I can mute if you need me to.
Yeah, I can just kind of hear in the background about eat your effing food. It's gonna be a fun reading.
Yeah.
And the narration is just the text between the 2 characters talking. So, Mod, big evil lady. Nox, big bad dude. Narration, lots of text. How are we going to do this?
I mean, I'll take big bad dude.
Big bad dude. Aiden, do you want to be the narration? Or big angry reptile lady?
I guess I'll do narration.
Be a big angry crocodile. Alright, well, in that case, since this is a democracy, we have democratically picked that Karabi is going to play Mod. So, you will be the angry crocodile lady.
Wait, what?
Oh wait, no, there's a 3rd part. There's a psycho. Okay, I'll read Mod. Would you mind, Aiden, reading a character named Tog Skull? She is a very quiet reptile lady, but she is, like, really deranged. Like, exceptionally deranged.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay, like her thing is her tagline. Each of these characters gets a reputation in their society, which denotes them a sort of nickname or an identity that precedes them. And Tog Skull is known as the Silent, so she is like way out there. All right, Mr. Narration, would you take us away?
Wait, before we're taken away, which character am I playing?
You wanted to play Nox.
Nox, okay. Got this.
Just hiss for 3 minutes. Caleb usually can't tell the difference. And Thug Skull is known as the Sush. Oh my god, is she mute too? Caleb, did you model Thug Skull after me? It's not Thug Skull, it's Tog Skull. And no, she talks. She's just very deranged and whispery when she speaks. All right. Big Irishman, are you ready?
No.
Yes.
Come on, say it. Say it with more potato and feeling. If I don't hear one "ah" by the end of this call, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Ah.
There we go. Hashtag free Thug Skull. Thug Skull is not a thing. It doesn't exist, you guys. Oh, I'm going to hide under my desk, please. Just start reading.
Oh.
I am met with overwhelming silence when there should be Irish noises. Hang on. I will attempt to speak to him in his native language. Ding, ding, ding! Irish noises!
I thought I was supposed to be the Tog Skull. Or
Yeah, as well as the narration. I thought you wanted to narrate.
That's so much.
Yes, it is. That's why I was thankful for it.
Oh god.
Alright, do you want to be Maud and Tog and just have two angry reptile women talk to each other while I read mountains of text? Do you want literally to talk to yourself?
I mean, I do that all the time.
Yeah, same here, especially in the shower, admittedly. Hello, welcome to the personal confessions stream. Okay, let's just hot potato the narration to cut it up so not everybody has to deal with it. And you be Tog, I'll be Maud, he can be Nox. And again, lizards, angry little reptile voices.
That's just my normal voice.
Oh, reptile voices, yay.
Your normal voice, Aiden, sounds very calm and smooth. It sounds like you should be telling me that there is a spill on aisle 7 that I need to go clean up.
I sound like a 12-year-old, honestly.
I'm probably going to sound like I have something lodged in my throat, but that's okay. I'm going to roll with it.
Hey, see, I knew I wasn't the only one in this chat that couldn't read. Nobody can read. Yeah, no, the big secret is we're all just stalling, going, the sight of... Okay. I will start the narration. Just let me blow my nose real quick. Because I am a professional who's leaking out of the face.
I think I should close the stream.
Probably.
Okay.
I just muted it.
I can smell into the future now. The site of the dilapidated... Shh! We're reading now. We're professionals. We're professionals. Shush. All right. Abandoned mines southwest of the dig site. The site of the dilapidated cylindrical building. The ultimate thing here is Sush already sent me the text-to-speak robot voice, so all I have to do is memorize that. I can maintain the illusion that I can read. The site of the dilapidated cylindrical building that overlooked the long-neglected quarry brought with it a sense of relief for the approaching horde of Rolfians. It was much in a similar state to Fort Lockhead, being one of the original structures of the colony, composed of an equally short-term composite material somewhere between a fibrous plastic and processed wood, and long abandoned after the initial contact with the natives. Unlike the old fort, however, which had been surrendered to the forces of nature, there had been some effort put forward to dismantle the mines. Even still, Maud would steer clear of the buildings which remained, moving her throng instead along an overgrown trail for the small vehicles which had ferried inspectors and officials, keeping low as she did. In place of fear, there was a hyper-alertness that spurred her rotten heart to faster beats, which brought her sharpened predatory senses to even greater heights. She was fully aware of the human technologies, their little drones which they used to survey and maintain their feeble and tenuous grasp on their territories they claimed, which had been struggling and fighting to get past the improvised mecha that the other Rolfians had produced. She also knew that with their pitifully sparse woodlands, once the humans did manage to get through their barriers, they would have little time before they were spotted. Korba panted, sweating heavily, but unallowed to succumb to his exhaustion. Instead, he was lumped into a crowd of the other captors and victims. Captors and victims, who were fated to be... No, that should be captives, okay. Captives and victims, who were fated to become the slaves and playthings of the cruel creatures, and forced to run on as quickly as they could. No one dared to attempt to flee under their watchful and lifeless eyes. They had all, to some level, seen what their terrible claws, drooling maws, and sick imaginations could conjure. Even still, the Medean could feel his muscles he was not even familiar with, burning and protesting his every step, threatening to quit as fatigue overtook him. He could only hope that they would lose interest or stop soon before he could go no farther, for he doubted his value wouldn't stay their claws for very long. Palamda mothers and fathers, or brothers and sisters, who were unfortunate enough to be captured with their younger family members, did their best to help them as they stumbled and tripped along the way. The uneven ground, gnarled roots, and now old unsettled ground made their mad pace all the more treacherous as they started down a large bend in the trail, leading inside of a crater, which would have been impressive in any other instance at how quickly the humans had dug it before ceasing any digging operations without the Palamda's counsel. The other species, many of whom were spacers abducted from the spaceport or traffic control tower the traffic tower staff, did their best to help the natives as they were bashed, pushed, or tripped along. As they were bashed, pushed, or tripped along the trail, eyeing their captors with worried looks or defiant stares as they tried to plot an escape. Oh, right, Caleb, I thought of a pun like a week ago and noted it down for this stream, but I haven't had the chance to use it yet. Oh, no. Oh, no. It wasn't until they had descended 2 levels of the trails that had been carved for the small work vehicles that the signs of the unwanted residents became more obvious. Newly disturbed dirt and mud along the walls of the quarry hid a long length of cable, hardwired into the forms of turrets hidden amid the brush or in the ruined structures. Small twitching eye pieces in a smooth metal housing twitched this way and that along the walls of the pit, serving as an early warning for the insurgents inside. It was only after Maud saw the first of the Rolfians venturing out of one of the caverns below that she released her held breath. Maud. "Where is Nox?" she hissed upon leaping the great distance to the level above the flooded base of the pit. This is just a random guy. Anyone who wants him, take him. Okay, hot potato, I choose Aiden.
In the plotting room is waiting for you. I don't know if you even heard that.
I did. I'm waiting for the snarled.
Oh, Snarled's one of the 2 guards.
Unlike the loose attempt by Brock to discipline his subordinates into a more uniformed fighting force, the guards here would more closely follow the usual hedonistic doctrine, lacking in all but the lightest efforts in standardization. Their armor, or such things could be called uniforms, were large, sickly, and oily-colored slabs of chitinous metal harsh and angular, barely sculpted or formed to serve as a chestplate or bit of armor at the shoulder, arm, or shins for whichever Rolfian decided to wear them. The only really unifying aspect of the garments was the presence of black fabric in either wispy capes or loincloths, or formed into some kind of loose bodysuit, with most of these Rolfian raiders sporting some more conventionally metallic faceplates or guards, or guard to protect and house their snout, throats, and a suite of whatever electronics their houses could steal or produce on their own. Utopia, more like utopia. That's all, folks. Yeah, that. Thanks, Sush. The powerful... Oh, yeah, the Rolfians are the foil here. They are the ultimate opposite of what the UCASC is. The powerful and imposing hulks of the bulls would peek from within the cave, with several more of the armor-clad guards behind them. Each tunnel, and indeed some of the tunnels on the upper levels, housed a small fighting force which sat quietly in wait in case their perimeter was breached. But Maud accepted her temporary ease, not because of the mere thugs and brutes, but because she was aware of the Gaiac Sheks, whom had been given ample time to set up their housings. A burping snarl from the back of the raiders ahead of her would demand her attention before she could wonder where exactly they had chosen to hide. Nox, this is you.
Shut up! I'm here.
Nox Chuff ramming and shoving his way out of the mouth of the...
Get the relics secured and put entertainment in the... Leaving soon.
The beastly figure continued with only a glance towards the captives.
Your mic kind of cut out for a lot of that. Try speaking a little bit more quietly.
Back from the start, then?
Yeah, just real quick.
Shut up! I am here.
Nox chuffed, ramming and shoving his way out of the mouth of the tunnel.
Get the relics secured and put entertainment in the pens. We will be leaving soon.
The beastly figure continued with only a glance toward the captives.
Hot potato. Aiden, you take the dialogue, or the narration, because I think my face is going to drip.
Oh man, do I have to?
Do you want me to keep trying to tough it out?
Yes.
Okay. The great architect behind the invasion would not be altogether dissimilar to the cohorts whom hurried forward to detain the playthings to be, aside from the small paunch which Nox sported. His hide was that of a dark charcoal gray that only differed itself with a slight midnight blue hue, and wicked eyes which seemed to glow in such a wild way that betrayed their lifeless pitch blackness. Unlike his contemporaries, however, Nox's face was marred with a tattoo which looked like its white ink had been scratched into his flesh, from the crown of his skull down to the tip of his snout. The more traditional tattoos of his people, detailing his life of cruelties, would overlap the outer edges of the gaudy facial decoration, and indeed continue on along his scarcely clothed body, contrasting the red brandings. The split, two-pronged cape, or banner-like length of cloth that dropped from the center of his waist to his knees and connected to the shawl which shrouded his hunch and shoulder, looked to be made of some stiff black velvet material, held in place only by heavy metal rings along his abdomen, and a large leather strap connecting to some hardened segment of glossy black armor that cradled his right flank below his ribs. His eyes, despite his dismissive words, paid hawkish attention to each figure of the captives as they were roughly forced past him. It was only as Plaid hurried past with Korba that Nox's twisted frown turned upwards towards Maud and warped into a putrid little smile as his eyes came alight. Maud huffed dismissively, but followed beside him into the caves, knowing it was not safe to remain in the open. "Still so confident that you can best the machine with these little trinkets?" Maud mocked, catching Nox's eye lingering at the passing artifacts they had stolen.
My dear Maud, if these machines can produce even an infinitesimal fraction of the output we detected here.
Infinitesimal.
Infinitesimal.
And
my dear Maud,
mind the volume. That's what seems to blow out your mic. Just quiet. Just take it low in the throat.
My dear Maud, if these machines can produce even an infinitesimal fraction of the output we detected here.
Nox hummed as his eyes took on a wild glow.
Gangly machines on spindly legs moved like spiders through the tunnels, wobbling violently between every step and betraying their lethal nature. The musty scent of the long-since abandoned caverns were nothing new to the Rolfian insurgents, whom had long since made their home here, but no less predominant in the air as they neared the plotting table, which glowed a spectacular blue. It was the only source of light within their hovel, save for a few low-powered units along the floor, serving only to over-dramatize Nox's deranged glow.
I shall smear his carcass across the walls of this penthouse, Nox gloated.
Your delusions are nothing. Excuse me. Your delusions, if nothing else, are a limited amusement. Maud nearly chuckled behind her mocking smile. In truth, her response to downplay him was the only thing she could think to do. One to avoid outright supporting him should the machine it should be italic. Oop. And should the machine catch wind of the planned coup, then again to seem neutral enough to exploit Nox's affections should he somehow upset fate and succeed, but primarily to hide her ignorance towards the meaning of the word infinitesimal, and her own failure to secure the infinity drive. Instead, she would allow her arms to drop to her sides, swaying her hips in a playful, in as playful a way that her considerable bulk could manage, and circle the table much like a shark circles a seal before attack. Here you go, Nox.
And yet you follow me here, follow my grand designs. And of course you will taunt your cut from all of this. A dangerous gamble should the machine hear of this. However, would you explain all of this to him, your newfound trinkets? How would you hope to keep them if he should request them from you?
Nox mused at smaller, more frail Rolfians adorned with the heavier cranial masks and implants of Sangus's men, typed away at small, heavily shielded computer terminals.
Your faith is in...
Your talents! Go ahead. Your faith in me
is...
Nox.
I kind of lost you in the call. Say something?
Your faith in me is flattering, Nox continued.
Okay. Your talents at finding ways to complement yourself are the only gifts you possess. But if it earns me a bigger share of these trinkets and materials you've claimed, I will allow you to fantasize however you'd like, Maud mused as she leaned against the edge of the table. A playful look within Nox's face immediately seemed to sour as his focus settled more and more upon the information displayed on the table's projections. As Maud turned her attention upward and squinted along their fortification, it was not very difficult to see why. Though her meager presence would, in any other instance, cause her to disappear into the sea of the rowdier Rolfians, Maud more than knew better as her eyes settled on the figure whom squatted at the farthest side of the control center, her claws playing in the remains of some puree of meat which had once been a living thing. All right, Aiden, this is you. Take it over.
Tug Skull, who had earned the title of the Silent, was perhaps one of the most outwardly deranged of the individuals that Nox had handpicked for this plot. If one listened closely, a directionless and tuneless hum would bubble from behind her fanged maw, noting every second of her play with that ruined meat puddle. It was because of her sadistic torturing that her sly nature that she had been assigned to the west, in case any of the soldiers approaching from their base got past Sangus, and to create a barrier between anyone heading east towards their base. If she was here now, it was because she had been forced into a retreat.
Nox?
Data, grunted Nox, shooting his fullest attention to Maud.
Data! I assume you were smart enough to collect it. Give it to me, I must see it.
Nox interrupted Maud, snapping suddenly louder.
Alright. Aiden? I was going to say, for you. Hot potato.
quickly turned up, made all the more haunting in the limited light and from behind the hood of her black shawl as her attention was drawn to the table. Several of the other Rolfians would direct their greedy eyes towards the table and slowly begin to gravitate nearer. It was almost immediately...
Hang on, pause. OBS freaked out.
OBS?
Yeah, the thing I'm using to stream. Every time I take off my headset, the stream stops. It's very spooky. Oh, Sush! That is a real mystery indeed. Yeah, hang on. Oops, yep, dead. Rip. Hang on. Hang on. hang on. Hang on. And we might as well take that paragraph from the top if that's okay with you, Aiden.
Yeah, my voice is being weird.
It sounds just fine to me. Is it back yet, guys? Can you hear us? Just follow the sound of my voice and then go the opposite direction to safety.
It's not back yet.
Alright, hello. I think it's back, says Ray. Guess who's back? Back again. Come on, everybody. JD's back. Yeah, no, nobody joins in. Alright. Can you hear me, Ray? Is everything fine?
There it is.
Alright, there we go. Ah, my eyes. I need to learn to blink. And then break my hand over backwards. Yay! Tell a friend. Yep, it's loud and clear. Okay, Aiden, take it away from the very beginning, because I know that's your favorite thing to do.
Yeah. Alright.
Gee, thanks, Caleb, for bringing me in here. This isn't exploitive at all. I'm glad we're friends. Oh, why is my mouse over the unfriend button? That must be weird.
What?
It's okay, I understand. I know nobody likes me. Cesra's just here because I pay her off in clams. And silver.
Should I continue?
Yeah, you may not only continue, you may start, because I keep ruining things.
Okay. The pale gray and near-skeletal face of Tog quickly turned up, made all the more haunting in the limited light and from behind the hood of her black shawl as her attention was drawn to the table. Several of the other Rolfians would direct their greedy eyes towards the table and slowly begin to gravitate nearer. It was almost immediately that Maud's eyes narrowed with a low growl, and a low growl began to churn within her creased and wrinkled throat, taking poorly to the demands to surrender her plunder. However, she nearly as quickly relented. Now was neither the time nor place to instigate a fight or slay Nox. There was still the matter of escape at hand, and she would retain her copy of the data in secret. With a spit, Maud tossed her small drive, sending it skittering across the table and through its holograms just short of Nox's. For as much attention fell upon Nox, there was an equal amount paid to Tog as she stood and swiftly closed the distance between her and the others. Her shawl and cloak flared out to either side of her thin body, exposing the tight, dark, gray bodysuit she wore underneath. Even through the still freshly dripping gore, the limited light set the single decorated blade she wore around the claw of her index finger, twinkling as she swayed her arms. Plaid and the others near the holding pens could only watch and listen from the lower section of the stone floor, hungry for whatever they could steal from the whispering lips of their better. A low, deep breath escaped Nox as he hurriedly plugged the device into the table and began combing over the details. Much of the information, as predicted, was far beyond the ability of the table to translate. However, the English and Imperial Standard proved much less difficult. After only a few moments of deep whir from its computers, streams of data in the native Rolfin script began to scream before Nox's eyes, relaxing him only slightly.
Stream. Not screaming. We don't have screaming books. All right, Nox, you got this.
It says scream.
Yeah, I just fixed it because yes, the data is here. Let me just get a read at this. Yes, very interesting.
This will do.
Nox muttered to himself with a nod.
This will do nicely, he continued quietly, turning his attention to the other areas of the table.
Alright, tiny deranged whisper lady.
Is that all? Tog barely whispered, craning her long neck in towards the screen.
Nox's head snapped over to her direction as several others moved back at the sound of her speech. Much to the ache of his pride, he would silence the growling response he wished to give in response to her prying eyes. He knew better than to press his luck with the far more impulsive silent demagogue. With Maud, he could identify and understand her lust for power and misery, but Tog and her bizarre motives and impulses were not pleasures which he could make sense of. Her hiding of her marks only made it harder for him to read her. And that's Tog.
You wanted to read Old Worlds? I thought we were taking a weapon of doomsday. Or are one of these tiny things the weapon? Tog continued to whisper in a deceivingly innocent tone, chewing at the claws of her right hand while her left had played with her hood.
Nox?
The despoiler has failed our mission to recover the weapon itself, but with readings she brought here, and the trinkets there will still be enough for us. And with the information in mind of the soft morsel's mind, we will learn to reproduce our own in time.
Nox replied in a low tone to disguise his call.
Has failed? Oh, too bad. Less of my treasures for you, then. Failures don't get nice and pretty things. While you were away, I gathered so many of them. Lots and lots and lots of pretty, shiny things, and warm, squirming things. Tog rambled, her clawed finger beginning to twitch rapidly as her breathing hastened.
Alright, I'm going to say this right now. Aiden, that terrified me, and I love it. I'm going to pay you money to read this.
That was pretty good.
Sesra, don't tell her it's just more clams.
Lay that claw upon me, and it comes off!
Maud quickly snarled, eliciting a hysterical but quiet giggle from Tog as she chewed more frantically at her other hand.
You're fun. I like when they struggle. Maybe I can give you some more treasures if we can play later, fuck. We can see what colors you make. Tog squeaked between snickers, growing more manic in her gestures.
If you trail behind me after this, Skal, I will teach you things about flesh-laying that will leave your miserable voice weeping until you fade. Besides, were our great leader able to hold on to that rotten fortress instead of leaving everything to me, we would have had no issue. Our second wave was diminished with their push to reclaim that woodpile.
Maud seethed. Alright, Lilat, help a bro out here. My voice box just died a little.
Nox snarled loudly in reply to the accusation, but of course it was an annoyance that still plagued him. Tog would only perk up further, welcoming the aggression in the hopes of bloodshed she could join in with. With all his careful planning and plotting, he had counted on holding the fortress, with Tog patrolling the grounds nearby and Sang as serving as the wall to the west. The east was meant to stand as their strong point. With the entrance to the drains, the dig site, the fort, and the mines all under their control, cracking it should have been only a matter of time until they stole the ruins. Losing what was to be the staging area had crippled his plans greatly, and in his growing rage, Sang as would stand as his scapegoat.
I think whipping post would work better, I think. Or lightning rod. What do you guys think?
Lightning rod.
As lightning rod. Withstands lightning rod of his ire. Alright, there we go. And waves. Hello! Sush, hello Katie, hello Sesra, hello everybody. Yes, it is Wacky Voice Wednesday. Oh, that's Sush. When you can, send me the more flattering picture, and I will check. I will check some stuff. All right, Nox, this is you. Between you and Brock.
Between you and Brock, I would have assumed such soft prey would be no challenge to you. Our lines are broken. travel north, yelled Nox as his face turned deeper towards blue.
That would be him acting uncharacteristically useful for a change. I had my radio operator direct a team of the humans which pursued us. There
we go. There's a word sentence. I had my radio operator direct a team of the humans which pursued us to look. Hang on. English seemed to have escaped me here. I had my radio operator direct a team of humans which pursued us. Oh boy. Guys, I'm going to need some extra brain power here. I had my radio operator direct a team of humans which pursued us.
Should it be who pursued us?
There to lure them.
Whose phone is going off?
Okay, yeah, here we go. Let's try this. I had let me screw up my voice a little bit more.
I had my radio operator direct a team of the humans which pursued us there, where Brock will ambush them and slaughter them.
Maud boasted.
Then that offers us much needed relief. It is time we leave, but not before we give them more pain. They must taste of my hate. Nox fumed before looking back to one of the operators in the room.
You know what? I'm going to give this one to Aiden. Aiden, I'm going to make you read a little bit more. There's like 2 sentences there.
Alright. With the shouting attempted displays of dominance, there were very few Rolfians who were not already looking to the plotting table. The nearest figure bowed his head low before turning back towards his screen and input a code.
That was fun.
To input a code. There we go. Now, we've corrected that I didn't hear the line in there that kind of threw me off that I didn't like, so I think I'm going to be able to continue. Thank you guys very much for letting me exploit and destroy your voice boxes.
I had fun.
Am I voice acting or just reading? Yes. So thank you very much, you guys.
Yeah.
Alright. Talk to you later, and by that I mean back to me hogging the stream. Adios, goodbye, you're fired. Don't call me, I'll call you. Alright, let me see. Alright, here we... Oh. Sush, what for horror... Oh, what for mind-bending elder horror have you sent me here? This is... I'm pretty sure this is just Sush anytime I mention her in the stream. Okay. This stream is darker for it. Oh, no. She had to go? Oh. Yeah, no, I guess she needs her rest. You took too long. I know. Well, this will be on YouTube, so she'll be able to enjoy that. So, let me take a drink of water here to stabilize my poor weeping throat. Yeah, that... Oh god, what is that image at the bottom? That is Sush after hearing our reading. And boy howdy, am I going to need a lozenge. Ooh, that's a pimple. Oh no. Alright, let me check my notes here. Who is ready for the weekend on Wednesday? Indeed. All right. Do you want? No, I don't. I've gotten a few copyright troubles for looking at the videos and stuff on stream. NaNoWriMo begins in less than 27 hours, so Friday will be a crunch rather than a release. Oh yeah. Who's ready for Halloween? I'm looking forward to it. There's no music. It's not copyrighted. Alright, certainly. Alright. Click lunk. Okay. Hang on. Let me just scroll up here past the fact Karabi's being a unicorn Friday. Has a busy Friday of unicorn being. Let me... There we go. What is the video here that I have been sent? What?
My coochie's hairy. My coochie's hairy. My coochie.
Oh no, no! Hey, no, Sush, no, negatory, and no. I am deeply disturbed with how long it took me to get that. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I might have to bring you in here for one of Dovahquil's favorites, Fly By Night Apocalypse, and we'll go over that one. So that's who the mysterious voice was. Yes, there was two of them. There was my good friend Aiden, and there was my good friend Karabi. I'm going to hide Tag's skull in here just as a joke. No, I know. Silent Thug's skull. There we go. It's in the book. It's official, Sush. You guys, you and Dova, you have done it. Yeah, Thug skull. There we go. Thug skull. Fold some clothes for a few while listening to the stream, if you don't mind. That's quite all right. It was very good to have you. And I'm especially delighted that Cesra's here, too. This has just been a great night. We've had Meg, we have Dovahquil, we had Ray, we have Katie, we have Sush, and now a Cesra. It is not complete until we have a beloved Ying. Oh, no, earlier in the stream, everybody decided, by everybody I mean Sush and Dovahquil, decided that Tag Skull's name sounded, or her name sounded too much like Thug Skull, so that is just exclusively what they called her as. Ringing bells. Yay! Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you very much. It's good to have you here, too. The pseudonym has changed, Caleb. Oh, no. What the heck? Oh, you've sent that image before. Well, I'll hope off. Good luck writing. Thank you very much. It was great to have you, Aiden, and thank you very much for letting me exploit your marvelously attuned voice acting voice, which honestly scared the living heck out of me at that point. Way to go. You, high point of the stream. I need better words than that. I feel like I've used satisfy too much. Indeed, he's kind of let his temper get the better of him, and he's gonna regret it. Your Poe's Law. Snake Man with a lisp. Oh god. That would just be a series of noises strung together. Oh god, that's terrible. I can't even make that noise. Oh yeah, do tell. What is that new word, Sush? Yes, I am. Alright, what does that one mean? Oh. Oh, that's not right. The ah. Gold doesn't taste like anything. How strange. I completed the first edition of my fanfic. Way to go, Quill Dragon! That's fantastic. Thank you. I'm very glad. I can't wait to read it. We'll have to trade documents at one point. I'm not sure what I think of that sentence. No. I think I'm going to leave the stream... Wait a sec. Oh, thank God. For a second, I thought I know... Whew. For a second, I was worried I never hit start recording. But I think I'm going to leave the stream here. And we can all wonder whether or not Nox has sealed his fate. And I'm going to see how I'm going to tweak that little paragraph there. So, thank you very much for joining me. Keep writing. Keep a creative mind. And always, always aim for the stars. Because I know you can reach them. Thank you for joining me. And until next time, I'll see you out there among the parchment. Bye.